Hello, I'm back in my usual world. I'm being extra quiet today because my dad is here, but I don't think he can hear me from where he is. And it doesn't matter that much. But I'll come back. I'm not gonna have any time to record in the next week after right now. So I'm kind of taking the chance while I can. I have a lot going on. It's May 22nd, so it's only been a couple days since I last recorded. But there's still so much to say. I have been doing a lot of thinking about what it is I want, and what and how I can go about going for those things and just being more honest. I think as someone who's been like a student my entire life, it's always been really obvious what I ought to do. Like, it's very clear what I need to do on the day-to-day. You know, the next step for quote-unquote success is always really obvious when you're a student, I think. Whether or not, like, you can actually do it is another thing, but what, like, you're meant to be doing is always clear. Like, get the grade, or do the assignment, or go to this, like, meeting. I mean, sometimes it gets unclear, but I feel like when you're a student, your path is really just chosen for you. And I don't know, maybe you can choose between a handful of different options, but for the most part, you're kind of following directions that are already laid out for you. And I was afraid to kind of let go of that structure. I was thinking, like, okay, what am I gonna do to have a career? And it seemed like the obvious thing was to stay in school, like do more school. Hello, I'm back. I had to stop recording because my whole family got here and I got a little embarrassed. But now I'm back. I genuinely have very little time. Oh yeah, my whole family's gone now, so oh my gosh. Let me collect myself. My whole family's gone, so I can be loud now. Loud as in regular speaking voice. But yeah, what I was saying about what I was saying before was kind of that even though I find school to be really hard, it was kind of the most obvious option. So it kind of was what I was envisioning for myself, even though it's not really what I want. Like, I think a lot of my classmates and friends and like the smartest people I know are all going to stay in school and get like advanced degrees, like master's degrees or like doctoral degrees. And I kind of saw that for myself, but like I don't even really know why. I think I just like, it seemed impressive, so it kind of seemed like the thing I wanted to do. But it's pretty silly because that's so difficult. Why would I choose to do something so difficult that I don't really even want? I think, like, in my head, it seemed like the correct thing to do because it would make, like, my parents proud of me, and, you know, my classmates respect me, and my, you know, teachers, like, happy with me. But it's not, I don't really know why I thought that I wanted to go back to school. Like, I'm so happy to be done with school. I'm not really someone that does, like, that easily does well in school, or I don't know. I enjoy like having, like, talking to my professors. I enjoy having classmates, and I do enjoy learning, but I just struggle a lot with assignments. So I don't know. It's so silly. I was like, okay, I want to stay in school. Okay, well then I have to decide what kind of field I want. And then, like, library just seemed kind of obvious, and okay, to be actually, I don't know, that's kind of discounting myself. Like, there's a lot of reasons I really wanted to go into librarianship, and it is, like, genuinely something that is important to me, that I really believe in. But I don't know, it just, like, was the first, like, path that seemed right to me. But I was kind of fixated on whether or not it seemed right, and, like, less about, like, whether it was actually what I wanted. My whole life, I feel like I just have been doing what seemed like the right thing to do. Like, I don't know, like, I remember I didn't want to go to college at all, but, like, it seemed like the correct course of action, and, like, all the adults in my life wanted me to go. And, you know, I don't know, it turned out well in that case. Like, for sure, I'm glad I went to college. You know, maybe I could have taken, like, a year off or something, and it would have avoided, you know, some of the stuff that I went through in, like, my freshman year, my sophomore year. But things turned out good, I think, and it was worth it, and I'm glad I did that. But right now, what I want is just to, I want to, like, I've been giving so much thought to what I wanted, and I just want to, like, move away from my family, I think. Or, like, not move away from them, like, there's nothing wrong with them, but I just want to be independent from them. And, like, I'm not going to get that if I continue to be a student. And also, I can't even afford to go back to school right now. Like, I don't know how people go straight to grad school from college. I guess, like, if you, like, some people get fellowships and stuff, but, you know, if, you know, grad school's not out of the question. I could see myself going to keep staying in school, but I would have to, like, also be looking for funding and stuff. Anyway, I don't know. But thinking about what I want, I don't know. I think I just wanted other people to see me a certain way and be impressed by me and think that I'm doing important work. And, you know, I don't know. I do want to do meaningful work, but I don't know. Giving, like, more thought to what I want. It's, like, the same thing I've always wanted. I just want to, like, make art for fun, and, like, have a nice, like, not even a nice place to live, but just, like, you know, somewhat comfortable and, like, somewhat safe place to live. Which, like, I do have that right now, but a comfortable place and, like, private place to live, because I feel like my whole life I've never had, like, I don't know, going to school and living in, like, a college dorm. It's kind of ironic because, like, that was, like, the first time I had roommates and stuff, and, like, people would come and go. But it was the first time in my life, like, I felt like I had, like, my own place to live, like, a private and, like, secure place to live. Just because, like, living with my parents, you know, I definitely had a safe place to live, and my parents are really nice. But, like, was it, like, I didn't really have, like, privacy or, like, independence or freedom or anything like that. Like, I don't know. I'm talking really fast because I don't know. I'm feeling kind of, like, anxious, I guess. Like, I feel like I know what I want for once, but like now I have something to lose. With like the big monetary prize, the creative writing prize, that was such a source of dread for me. And that was also me being like knowing what everyone else wanted for me and going for it. And like that's not bad. Like that's fine. But like I don't want to be the type of writer that like would ever have won that prize. Like the more I think about it, cuz like I don't want really to write as a career. I just want to do it for fun. And like I don't know, for some reason I got it in my head at some point that I needed a career related to my creative work in order to make it work, in order to like continue doing it. Because like so many people I know that are want to be writers and like creatives go into publishing, and like I don't know, I thought like, okay, library science, that's like, especially public library, I would be doing programming to get other people to be creative with me. Like that's related and that's like important, and that will make me like continue to focus on my creativity and keep that in the forefront. But like I don't know, I kind of don't even like, I kind of get what I was thinking, but at the same time it makes so much more sense to just go for like easier, more I mean, there's no easy career, especially right now. The economy is bad and stuff, but like it makes so much more sense to prioritize like being financially stable in the first place over like choosing a like nice career. Or I don't know, it makes more sense to prioritize being able to support myself so that I can support doing creative stuff and continuing to draw comics and stuff on the side. I chose like librarianship is the most like, is such a low paying career and such a high work career. Like high, like most librarians, you know, even when you're like at the top of the chain, like a lot of them work evening and weekend hours. Like I don't know, and I'm just like, it felt like kind of almost selfish to want like just to have to be comfortable and get something like with regular hours that's like somewhat well paying. I don't know, and it felt like betraying myself for some reason. Like, oh, like here I am putting, you know, the majority of my waking hours into something I don't believe in. That sucks. But like I'd be doing that so that I can spend time like drawing and doing, you know, and reading and writing and you know, even playing games and stuff and doing things that I like. Like I don't know why. I mean, I do know why. Ugh, I keep stumbling over my words. I was really proud of myself when I was recording like a couple hours ago before my family left. Because I was like, I'm talking quietly and my voice is like kind of hard to understand, but I'm being very articulate with my thoughts right now, and I was like happy with myself. Where are all these guys coming from? What the hell? No wonder my villagers are dwindling. But I was happy with myself because I felt like I was being articulate, and now I'm not anymore at all. But shoot, I lost my train of thought. I just lost sight of what I wanted because I think I wanted like, I lost sight of what I wanted because I wanted to be able to tell people I knew what I wanted. I don't know. It just was so easy to be, because okay, being a librarian, there's like a certain degree you need. There's like different branches of librarianship, and it felt so good to be like, yeah, I want to be a public librarian, and like people would take me seriously. Versus like, yeah, I just graduated with an English degree. I don't really know what I want to do. People will look at you like you're an idiot. But like graduating with an English degree and not really knowing what you want to do just means like you're in the running for a huge variety of like marketing jobs and advising jobs and administrative jobs and advertising jobs, grant, like office jobs, all kinds of jobs. Because, you know, people want like yeah, that just means you're good at writing, and like writing is important. And, like I feel like people diss English majors, but it's kind of stupid because like you're just in the running for so many jobs actually. Uh, like people don't diss communication majors as much as English majors, but to me they're like kind of the same. But like English is just like more writing. But anyway, I don't know. I got too worried about what people thought of me, I think, and I just wanted something to point to. But like realistically, even though I really believe in like library stuff, like librarianship, I'm like my real passion has always been drawing and like art and making art and painting and drawing a comic. And I got like kind of embarrassed of that, I guess. I don't know. But like I'd like it makes so much more sense to get a stable job that pays the bills so that I can do my real passion than to get a job somewhat related to my passion that doesn't pay the bills, that doesn't actually give me time to like draw the comic that I want to draw or do paintings. Like yeah, I'd be like raising money and helping like underprivileged students like or get the resources they need to do art, and that's like so important to me. But it's like I don't know, I kind of like at least right now I kind of want to be selfish, I guess, and just get something that like will let me make art. I don't know. I don't know. This has been like such a weird week, and I don't know. But yeah, I wanted to talk about the prize again. This is the last time. I talked about it so many times, how much like dread it was giving me, how much I wanted it to be over, and how much I didn't think I was gonna win it. And like, yeah, all those things were true. But like, I feel like it seems like a cope, or like it doesn't really seem real. But I'm genuinely, I'm like so happy that it's done, and so yeah, I'm so happy that it's over with, that I'm not even really sad that lost or like didn't even get uh nominated as a finalist. Because what I realized is like genuinely okay, having read and like listened to people read that were nominated to be finalists, and like knowing the person that won, they're really good writers. But I think like I still think I'm a good writer too. I think that the difference is like they just worked harder for it. And that's the funny thing, like I care so much about my work, but like I don't know, my priority isn't really like monetizing my art. I think I've just been told so long like do art on the side. That's not going to be your career. Like do writing on the side. That's not going to be your career. That like monetizing my art has become so much in the back burner to having like fun with it, that like that situation where I had to work really hard not to like make new stuff but to like make stuff I thought the judges would like. I just hated it so much. I mean, I got some good stuff out of it, and I didn't get nothing out of it. There are some aspects that I liked, like I drew a brand new comic and that I'm kind of happy with. But it made me realize like why, I don't know, it made me realize like why I'm not part of like, I'm not gonna stop being creative just because I'm not making money off it. And like, so why am I wasting my time trying to make money off it when I could be like spending that time doing things I like and like having fun with it? I don't know. I think that's what like the difference between like a writer that's famous and a like guy that's just like writing for the hell of it is just like whether you want to go for it in terms of monetizing your work and like getting it published or not. And like I hate that aspect of it, and I don't really care enough. I don't know. Like I feel like if one person likes my writing, if like one person gets something out of it, then like that's, I don't know, it's kind of weird, but that's like kind of the same to me as like a bunch of people getting something out of it. I kind of don't like being in the center of attention, so like I don't know. I feel like it sounds like I'm lying, but like I don't know. Um, yeah, I have to stop recording soon. I didn't really even get to the point of what I wanted to say, but I realized that I'm making things difficult for myself for no reason. And like what I want and what like feels noble to want is different and like what I want other people to think that I want is different than what I actually want, if that makes sense. I mean, in a perfect world where all careers like pay the same and give you the same like job security and stuff, I would love to be a librarian, but like I don't know, I'm just thinking about my priorities and I just want like a warm bed and like I want to adopt a cat and like those are my and like I want to make art for fun on like weekends and in the evening. And I want to like go camping or something. And like the things that I want just like are things I don't know, I just like don't I always thought that if I couldn't find a career that is like related to my honest to God like utmost passion that I would feel like I was wasting my time and wasting my life. But I think that like monetizing your passion is something that like some people can do, obviously. I don't know, but it's so important to me to be like to have multiple things going. It's so important to me to be to have like a job and then have myself like not at my job. And I don't know. We'll see how it goes too. Like every time I think I know what I want, it's gonna change, and that's fine. I've just been thinking a lot about I don't know. I can't even explain like what I'm thinking about, but I'm just reevaluating, I suppose, a bit. And coming to the conclusion that I only wanted to do the hard thing because I wanted people to see me doing the hard thing and not because I actually wanted it for myself, I think. I'm kind of okay with just like flying under the radar. I'm kind of like I don't know, I'm kind of unambitious, I guess. And I'm like a little embarrassed of that, especially coming out of a creative writing program that was like very publishing focused. And publishing is like I don't know, I'm kind of interested in publishing some of my work eventually, but I don't know, at this point in my life it's just kind of meaningless to me. I don't know. And I again it feels like a, a lie for some like I don't know, because publishing is such like the end all be all for like a lot of people, at least that I've met. Publishing and like monetizing your work as like people I feel like don't even monetize their work because they need the money. Like they still have to get another job anyway. It's never quite enough. But like I think it's just like a form of validation. And I'm like I don't know. I don't really need that because I don't really feel like I have that much to prove. I just kind of am willing to admit that I'm in it for fun. Because like I don't know. I think everyone should make art and like everyone like just like throwing paint on a canvas or whatever has like as much value as Da Vinci. I don't know, because like I don't know. I just like am not. I just think like objectivity is kind of stupid in art, and everyone should just. I don't know, if my friend makes something, I'm probably gonna like it. Like, and that's not the case when like monetization and publishing and stuff is involved. Like everything has to be objectively good so that you can make money off it. But I feel like if you're doing something like creative, it's just so stupid. I don't know. It's not stupid. Like it's important. A lot of people, you know, time is finite, so if you can make money doing something you love, like, by all means, it's such a good way to be able to pour more time into it. But in my experience, like, you'd be spending as much time trying desperately to monetize your art as you would be just doing an easier job anyway. At least I kind of feel like that. I don't know. We'll see, though. Okay, I really have to go. Goodbye.